Hello, 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 and welcome back. Well, there's my hand placing his chew toy, which was a waste of money from Amazon. It's a multicolored chew toy, and it has a ball in the center that he has to try to get at. And he didn't even bother to touch it. He's never, ever once. He's sniffed many times all around it, but never used it. It's red, blue, yellow, and green. He's not interested. His favorite is the Whimsy extra small dog. Yes, I said dog. D-O-G. Small dog dental chew bones. You can buy them on Amazon. They're called Whimsy. W-H-I-M-Z or Z-E-E. Dental dog bones, extra small size for him or for a large hamster. Now they come in 3 colors. His size, the extra small, he's able to, it's like a baton to us for him to carry it. So you don't want to get larger than the extra small for any size hamster. For guinea pigs, maybe one size up, but Walmart sells them too if Amazon don't have the extra small. Walmart doesn't have the Whimsy. They have a different brand name, but I'm not sure if they come in 3 flavors like the Whimsy. Dog dental bones, extra small. He's in his feeding cup, and there's flax seed, and that's what he's digging for in amongst the mixed bird seed food that they put in hamster food, and mixed hamster seed. Look, he's digging so deep to get those small pieces of flaxseed that may still be in the bottom. I know that's what he's doing because they're the first thing that he eats. I do give chia seeds, but only a couple a week, just a couple grains, because each chia seed holds 10 times its size and weight of water. And being that he's so tiny and he has a real tiny stomach, that 2 or 3 seeds, when he goes to drink, inside his stomach they will inflate and they will become 3 times their size, hold water, that he will feel full and he won't want to eat his food. So be very careful. They can be very dangerous because if they eat more than a couple, they'll never want to eat their food and they won't get their nutrition, and they won't drink anymore because it's it's holding its weight in water. They'll drink less because they won't feel thirsty because they're full of water. They won't want to eat because their stomach will be full. It will be inflated with these seeds that just go 3 times their weight, their size. So, like I say, 2 or 3 little grains. It's risky. Look to make sure you only have 3 pressed against your finger. 3 or 4. No more than that per week. It's just a little bit of a different snack for them. If you can't trust yourself of getting 3 only, don't bother using the chia seeds at all. So I give him a few grains of oatmeal, raw oatmeal. I give him a few grains of chia seeds once a week only. I give him flax seeds twice a week, and I give him maybe, let's say, probably 30 flax seeds a couple times a week, because they are fattening and he'll eat them and not take a variety of food. So you want less flax seeds because they're their favorite. Instead of the flaxseed plants, which are quite expensive, I do buy the organic flax seeds. Not roasted, not salted, nothing salted ever, and nothing roasted. No seasonings whatsoever on his food. I steam his vegetables. I cook his meat first, chicken, halibut sometimes, and rainbow trout sometimes. No bread. They're not breaded. And I fry them in the frying pan in butter, but I don't put any seasoning on his and on nothing. His second favorite thing to eat is red peppers, yellow peppers, or orange peppers. I give him a piece once a day, the size of my thumbnail, without the added growth of the nail. And about that size, like the size of a sugar cube, only flat, of course. That is his second favorite. The third favorite is Niblets corn. I have a frozen bag of that and peas strictly for him. So he gets 2 peas, 2 corn, a little, maybe 30 little flax seeds, 3 chia seeds only once a week. The flax seeds I give him twice a week. And when I give them the chicken, the beef, or the fish, I make sure that it's the size of my thumbnail, raw, and by the time it cooks, it's half that size. And then once it's cooled down, I take a sliver of one of them, whatever I'm cooking that day, just a sliver off of that, twice a day. I put it in the fridge and I use it twice a day. Remember, no butter, no margarine, no oils, and no seasonings in any of their food. He prefers some of the vegetables steamed slightly. Some of them he prefers raw. So I know his routine, so you can test your pet as well. Now, if you don't have this fresh food in the fridge at all times, every day, then you need to stick to the hamster food, because you have to have fresh variety of nutrition to replace their diet, or don't do it at all. You need to look on the internet and see how much carbohydrates they need, the size, the amount, protein per day, how much they need. And they get their seeds in hamster nuts and seeds. I get them that as well as their oats and flax seeds and such as well. So they get to maintain the balanced diet, as well as a piece of romaine lettuce. He gets that every day. If I have steamed broccoli, he gets the flowerette heads. Make sure you wash all your vegetables very well to get off the chemicals from the farmers when they grew them. Scrub them very well first. Also, so he gets a little bit of fish. He gets a little bit of ground beef, lean ground beef, and no seasonings. I fry up his first, or you can put it in the microwave just for like 10 seconds. Mealy worms from Amazon in a jar. They're freeze-dried, dead, of course. They look like they're alive, only they don't move. And they feel like little hard shells. So you don't have to be squeamish with them because they don't move. But if you are, buy them, because they're very high in protein. And you can get a pair of tweezers and grab 2 or 3 every few days and put them in with his food. They do need some protein in there, not just all vegetables with carbohydrates or fruit. I prefer to give fresh fruit. I did buy the Amazon fruit, but he don't like it. He did try the banana once, and he liked that only. He didn't like the berries or the strawberries. Now, in real life, he doesn't like any fruit except for fresh apple, little tiny piece, the size of my thumbnail, fresh pear, not the juicy, super ripe, soft, the harder pears. They don't like mushy, wet stuff. So the blueberries, for instance, I have to squeeze one and get all the juice and everything out of it and let it dry out for a day or 2 before I give that to him, a fresh blueberry. Grape tomatoes, I cut that in 3 pieces and I give him 1 piece. He does like that for an occasional different treat because it is sweet. He doesn't like it too often. Like I said, his favorites are what I have already told you. So that's at the other end on the table that he's not going to because he's been spending his time in these two dishes here. I do give him non-salted, non-roasted sunflower seeds and also the cashews. And I just break off just the tip of the cashew. I break the cashew in half because I buy the whole ones. I break it in half and then I take just the tip off and I put it in with this food. And 5 times out of 10 he won't even eat it because he has all the other favorites that he prefers. Sunflower seeds, yes, he'll grab those and store them and take them with him. But the cashew, he loved them in the beginning, but now that he's fixated on the flaxseed and the red pepper, yellow pepper, and orange peppers, as well as English cucumber, I peel the skin off and I give him a piece of that. He likes the seeds in the center of it. Butternut squash, I keep the seeds from it and I let them dry out. You don't want them slimy because they could slide down their throat and not go into their pouch, or they could stick to their pouch. So you want them totally dry and not slimy. If you save any pumpkin seeds or any... There, darn him, he jumped off the top again. He is so lucky that I have enough bedding there for him not to hurt himself. Now that round, those dishes look closer to you, to the tree house, than what they really are. There's actually 4 inches in between the closest dish there to the tree house. It doesn't look like it, but there is. If you were on the other side, you would see 4 to 4.5 inches in between. Yeah, so I just noticed that as I was telling you about his pumpkin seeds and butternut squash seeds, I have Alexa or my computer. I will ask Google or Alexa or my computer, is it safe to give a hamster this or that? And I ask all the questions first before I feed my hamster anything. And it's just common sense not to give them the seeds anyway, slimy, because they will try to store them because they're used to storing seeds, and they're too slimy. They will stick to the inside of their pouch or they will slide down their throat by accident. Even the dry ones can. I watched him one day. He was really lazy. He'd woke up, he had sunflower seeds in his pouch, and it was a smaller sunflower seed, and I was watching him in his house. He was laying on his side resting. He didn't know I was watching him. I was watching him through the top of the glass, and he was laying on his side, and he woke up and he pushed a sunflower seed out of his mouth, held it with his hands, cracked it open to eat it, but he still laid on his side. It was like us laying in bed on our side eating. Well, he was kind of laying back a little too much on his side, and he kept doing this for a while, a piece must have fallen back in his throat. I was thinking that at the time. I was ready to knock on the glass and wake him up to stop doing that because I knew a piece could fall back into his throat. Sure enough, that's what happened. He quickly turned over and jumped up, and he was using his paws really fast because a piece was going to go down his throat. Anyway, so they can be very dangerous as well for a hamster, especially if you have a lazy one that wants to eat in bed, laying on his side, more on his backside. In this video that ended, I decided to come back and repeat the ending video part of it, only so I can continue to have something for you to look at while I rant. I'm going to rage and rant right now. And it's about a video I watched on YouTube. There's a few out there. In this, it's very important to the few immature adults out there that have hamsters, and even teenagers. There's probably some of them out there. But this person is almost 40 years old, and it's a woman. And I watched her twice in her videos. She gave her hamster a cheesie. Now, if you're going to give them something so dangerous for views, thinking you're being smart or funny or being nice because you're giving them your treat, which is garbage and dangerous to a rat, hamster, gerbil, small stomach. Their stomach is only the size of a grape, a small grape. And you're filling them up with one cheesie. That is their whole meal. That's their whole meal, and probably their second meal, because they get 2 meals per day. And so you're killing them. You know how much sodium is in that one cheesie? Salt. When you give them nuts, pieces, little crumbs of cashews, a few sunflower seeds, safe nuts, safe, non-toxic nuts. Look it up, which ones are safe, which ones are the best for small rodents, how large the piece should be. Now, out of all the food that I put on my hamster's plate is little slivers, and the biggest is the size of my thumbnail, except for the lettuce. I give it a bigger piece because sometimes they like to eat the white part, the green part, the yellow part, and the real dark green part of the lettuce. And as soon as they're done eating what they want off of that large piece of romaine lettuce, I take it out and take it away. But never, ever, please, I know you're listening, please do not give your hamster crackers, cheesies, candy, chocolate, any drinks that are not just water. I don't even give tap water to my pet. It's spring water. Anyway, it's disgusting to see this. You think you're being smart. You think you're being funny. I did see you giving cheesies. Well, the same goes for any junk food with sodium like that, salt. They're not supposed to have any salted cashews, sunflower seeds. Anything you give them is non-salted, no seasonings. Do you want your pet to live a long life? Do you want them to be full of energy every day? And please, if you've got a cage for your hamster, a small cage that is no more than 1.5 feet wide, that's for transportation to take them to the vets. It's too small. Come here. Come here. Closer. Come here. Closer. Let me stick you in a bathroom, 5x5 bathroom, and make you live there for the rest of your life and walk in circles, okay? That's what your hamster has to do. And please stop giving them junk food. Learn what to feed a hamster. If you don't know how, buy hamster food only in hamster treats and watch the amounts. Anyway, enough of my angry rant. I'm reliving the moment that I watched a video of a woman just under 40 years old, and she was feeding cheesies to her pet hamster. She's one bad example of a few others out there as well that have a small pet rodent and doesn't know better. Anyway, have a lovely, lovely day, and thank you for stopping by. Have a nice day.